Top of the hour, let's get you the first reaction that has now come in on the response of the Prime Minister to US President Donald Trump. Speaking positively and striking a good note on India-US relationship, here is the External Affairs Minister Dr. S. Jaishankar giving out a statement on the Prime Minister's post, saying that the Prime Minister attaches enormous importance to our partnership with the US where President Trump is concerned. And of course, Prime Minister Modi has always had a very good personal equation. But the point is that India and US remain engaged. This is what he had to say.
I think Prime Minister Modi obviously attaches enormous importance to our partnership with the United States. And where President Trump is concerned, he's always had a very good personal equation with President Trump. But the point is, look, we are engaged, we remain engaged with the United States. And at this time, I can't say more than that. But that's really what I would say.
Well, Rishabh is connected with us. Rishabh, so do we understand as far as this move and the way forward, it is looking positive so far. Does it mean that both countries leave the bitterness behind and move forward as far as their friendship is concerned? What will the United States do now? Because highly unpredictable is the President of the United States of America. We don't know if he makes any other statement with regards to India in the next 24 hours.
Well, Amita, you answered your question as well. Yes, there are green shoots definitely that we have seen in last 12 hours between Washington and New Delhi. First came the statement from President Donald Trump saying that he is very good friends with Modi. He regards Prime Minister Narendra Modi. Then came a response from Prime Minister Narendra Modi where it is quite clear that both the countries want to move forward. How soon this movement can take place is still $1 million question, because 1 hour time in diplomacy is something which is very long these days. It started with India being lost to China on Truth Social, and then came the statement at the press conference. Now the Prime Minister has responded, and External Affairs Minister has very categorically said that India attaches importance to the partnership with the United States. Prime Minister Narendra Modi has a personal equation with Donald Trump as well. Furthermore, he cannot share is what External Affairs Minister said. Having said that, in last 1 week there have been a lot of ifs and buts in India and United States. Remains to be seen whether
a positive note, because by the end of this month, the External Affairs Minister himself is expected to travel to New York, where he is expected to speak at the United Nations General Assembly. But his reaction that is now coming in on the Prime Minister's message to the President of the United States. Let's listen in once again.
I think Prime Minister Modi obviously attaches enormous importance to our partnership with the United States. And where President Trump is concerned, he's always had a very good personal equation with President Trump. But the point is, look, we are engaged, we remain engaged with the United States. And at this time, I can't say more than that. But that's really what I would say.
But what all these developments has taken place in the last 24 hours alone, let's break it down bit by bit. After that brief round of bluster and posturing, the bromance seems to be back on the table just a day after claiming that the US has lost India and Russia to deepest, darkest China. Here is President Trump, who made an apparent U-turn, calling India-US relationship special and reaffirming his personal bond with Prime Minister Narendra Modi. Trump says that he does not believe that the United States has lost India. In fact, he has expressed concern about India's continued energy ties with Russia. He praises, however, his personal equation with Prime Minister Narendra Modi, calling him as a great leader.
Please. Mr. President, who do you blame for losing India to China? In your post earlier today in the morning, you didn't put that out.
I don't think we have. I've been very disappointed that India would be buying so much oil, as you know, from Russia. And I let them know that. We put a very big tariff on India, 50% tariff, very high tariff. I get along very well with Modi, as you know. He's great. He was here a couple of months ago. In fact, we went to the Rose Garden, and the grass was
Now, amid the U.S. President Donald Trump's apparent U-turn on India-U.S. relations, Prime Minister Narendra Modi has been quick to respond and in a positive manner, welcoming Donald Trump's latest remarks. Prime Minister Modi says he deeply appreciates President Trump's sentiments, adding that India and the United States share a very positive and forward-looking strategic partnership. Well, this has been a very mature diplomacy on part of India's side that seems to be on that very statement that has been made by Prime Minister Narendra Modi at a time when Donald Trump seems to be criticizing India as far as the concerns that has been raised over India's continued purchase of Russian oil. The moment that a positive note that has struck when it comes to the President of the United States, it seems that there has been a development as far as Prime Minister Narendra Modi is concerned. Let's, in the meantime, if we speak of Donald Trump, there has been him hosting a very lavish and a very public dinner when it comes to the tech titan